Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope your Easter was great and you had a great week. Today I wanted to talk about love and kind of just the revelation of love. As I mentioned in my last video, my church that I usually go to has unfortunately been shut down, and I've just been in a rumble of finding a new church, but just having fellowship. Not really finding a new church, but just fellowship. And when you have a zeal and you have a desire for God, church is obviously within that. Today I went to church and I thought it was a Christian church at first, but then they were talking about Catholicism when we were in church when it was the ending of the service. And I was like, oh, I didn't even notice it was Catholic. But the reason why is because I was so focused on the love. I was so focused on the Holy Spirit that I felt in the atmosphere. The Holy Spirit is not limited to religion. The Holy Spirit is everywhere. That is the truth. The Holy Spirit is everywhere where there is love, where there is purity, where there is a zeal for God. Whether he may have a different name in different religions, he is still God at the end of the day, the God of the Bible, as I believe. So the first verse I wanted to read on love is Romans 13:8. Let no debt remain outstanding except the continuing debt to love one another, for whoever loves others has fulfilled the law. Just that tells us that we don't act according to how other people treat us. We don't act according to how we have experienced certain social ways. We act according to love, according to who Jesus is. We don't have to limit ourselves. Love is freeing, love is God. And that leads me to the next Bible verse. 1 John chapter 4 verses 7 to 8. Beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God, and everyone that loves is born of God and knows God. It's just love. Love. That's literally it. In every religion there is love. So if you really look at it, love is the thing that connects us all. Love is the thing that brings us all together, and love is God. God is love. So God is who brings us together. And the importance of love is just so, it comes first above everything. Love covers a multitude of sin. It says in 1 Peter 4 to 8, above all, love one another deeply because love covers a multitude of sins. So when I went to that Catholic church today, I didn't even know it was Catholic because I was so focused on the love and the Holy Spirit that I felt in the atmosphere that I didn't know it was Catholic. So when we just truly let go of everything within our minds and focus on love, I'm not saying that we should just worship false deities and do false traditions because there's love in it. I'm saying that God is love, and that everywhere we go, love, where there is love, there is God. And you don't have to be in a fixed religion and a fixed mindset with fixed beliefs, because sometimes God calls us to go in those fixed places. He calls us to go in the limited areas so that his love through us displays his unlimitedness. We are called to be the light. So how can you truly love one another? How can you truly be with one another if you're so fixed in your own mindset, if you're so fixed in your own beliefs? Is love really there? If you're not able to talk to a person because they don't have the same beliefs as you, is that love? Is that God? If you can't walk into a place because you see a bunch of Satanists and you see a bunch of just demonic things, how can your light shine on them? How can you shine God's light on them? Maybe they need God. Maybe they're desperate for God. Maybe they're desperate for that love. And you're that light that needs to shine in the dark places so that God can be revealed. And only through love could we truly light the darkness, that we can truly shine light in the darkness so that God can reign. He said, above all else, love. Love has fulfilled what I have commanded you. When you have love in your heart, you're able to see what God is bringing you to see. We cannot look with our physical eyes. If I looked at you Or if we looked at each other, seeing every sin that we've ever committed in our life, it would be so hard to just keep going with that and get closer to that person or trust that person. But when you have love in your heart, it purifies you to the utmost, so you're able to just let God reign through you, and you're able to help that person and be there for that person truly. So you need to remove the religious sight. You need to remove the religious constraints that you were brought upon. Let it go and receive the love of Christ, because the love of Christ sets us free. We're not looking with our physical eyes. We're looking with the love of God, so that we see the depth around us. I love you all very much, and I'm not sure if I said it earlier, but I hope you guys had a blessed Easter weekend last week. Just continue receiving His love, meditate on His love, because that's the one thing that's so important, and I can't stress it enough. Thank you guys.